Right now we've got another Mike's Gym fighter on the way. The world-famous Artur Kashenko returning to Poland to face Radosław Piłsudski.
Next fight of our tournament will be fight between Ukraine and Poland. Ladies and gentlemen, blue corner, fighter from Ukraine, Artur Kashenko.
大家好，老师从业中医男科30余年，帮助了数千名海内外华人朋友通过中药调理重回男性雄风。如果你也存在房事时间短、勃起无力、硬度差、中途疲软、肾虚、前列腺炎等问题，现在就加中医老师微信574-993-200，纯中药，一人一方，治根治本，帮助你持续坚挺20至40分钟，补肾壮阳，延时助勃，彻底告别快男软男。记住微信574-993-200。
Van Roosmalen, Andy Sauer, so many great fighters in this weight division. Kashenko's been in there with most of them. And he's been all around the world. He's fought the top competition that there is in his weight division. He's won all kinds of titles. He's got a record of 57-12. And, wow, 30 KOs to his credit.
Jest już w ringu. Tak jak powiedziałem, postać światowego formatu, uczestnik największych światowych turniejów K1 Max w Japonii. It's showtime. A jego rywalem będzie Radosław Piłsudski.
Radosław Piłsudski
Z Warszawy.
hopefully looking to end the streak which has been accumulating so far here at King of Kings. You know, that we've had the top Polish fighters competing against the top fighters from around the world and all around Europe. And thus far, Europe has been winning. I think the only Polish fighter that really triumphed so far has been Tomasz Szczepkowski, who, by the way, is going to be fighting next in the finals of the heavyweight tournament against Sergei Lashenko. But other than that, in all the other fights, the Poles have got the short end of the stick. Piłsudski's got another chance here to try to prove that Poland can fight with the rest of Europe. But man, is he going to have an uphill battle against Kashenko.
Artur Kashenko, zanim trafił na wielkie areny, odnosił sukcesy.
Take a look at the nose of Kashenko, all twisted, and you know he's been in a few fights in his day.
Później trafił już na zawodowe.
About 70 of them.
Trenował w Odessie. W tej chwili w Mike's Gym od dłuższego czasu w Holandii.
Kashenko looks to be in great physical shape, definitely ready for this one. Take a look at this crowd on hand here at Ergo Arena. Definitely here to support their fighter, Piłsudski, who also looks to be in tip-top shape.
K1 World Cup champion, Polish Muay Thai champion, IFMA European Muay Thai Desert champion, nickname Radek, representing Garuda Muay Thai team, Radosław team from Poland, Radosław Piłsudski.
And don't sell Piłsudski short. I mean, he may not be on a world stage, may not be as well established as Kashenko, but he's a Polish champion. He's a European Muay Thai champion, and he's had his fair share of fights too. So Piłsudski is maybe not as well known on a world stage, but definitely very well known here in Poland, and has also been around the block a few times in Europe. And also keep in mind that Kashenko lost his last fight. That was at Glory 14 by unanimous decision to the Thai Karapetan. In March earlier this year, it was unsuccessful. It was, successful against Denis Makowski of Poland and is looking to add another name to his list, another notch on his belt, another Polish fighter that he's taken out. Kishenko looking pretty good here in the opening. That's him in the blue. Radosław Paczewski of Poland in the black. Oh, look at that. Kishenko is just being very aggressive in here. Very, very powerful shots. Paczewski taller, as you can see. He's got a reach advantage. He needs to use that. I think it would be wise of Paczewski to try to stay away from Kishenko, try to keep that distance. Kishenko, though, really putting the pressure on. There's a solid left hook to the temple.
Troszeczkę powyżej limitu. Jeden I drugi. Nie robiono z tego problemu.
Paczewski needs to use his push kicks, needs to use his jabs, needs to circle, stay away from his opponent, try to outpoint Kishenko. I really don't see Paczewski knocking out Kishenko. He's got about half of his fights, Paczewski, actually end in knockout. I don't see that happening against Kishenko for some reason. It could. You never know. Every fight is only one shot away from ending. But I think that if he's got a chance of winning this thing, he needs to do exactly what he did just there. Keep the distance, stay away, try to outpoint him, and try to turn this thing into a chess match. Because Kishenko has got a lot of power. Nice shot there, right to the breadbasket. Kishenko with a wicked left hand that just missed.
Paczewski musi uważać na to.
Kishenko originally from Ukraine, but has been living and training in the Netherlands most of the time at Mike's gym. And if that's not an advantage, I don't know what is. Paczewski with a jumping knee now! Really starting to take the fight to Kishenko! Kishenko feels the pressure and starting to fight back here. Beautiful spinning hook kick that time, but not on the mark. Paczewski is being aggressive in there, showing that he can hang with the best. But it's not enough just to hang. Well, I'll tell you what, that was a very even round. I think that Kishenko really was putting the pressure on in the beginning of that round. And it was really looking good. But the longer that round went on, the more it favored Paczewski. And I've got an element of shock in my voice, but come on, it's Kishenko. He fights for glory, fights for King of Kings on a regular basis. He's fought all over the world with the top fighters in Paczewski. Radosław Paczewski of Poland, showing that he's hanging right in there with Kishenko. I don't know, I've got that first round a draw on my cards, if not in favor maybe of Paczewski in the first round. 3 rounds of 3 minutes under King of Kings rules. KOK action here on Fightbox. Paczewski still putting the pressure on. Getting a little bit close now. Still reaching out with that push kick. Combination blows. Good high kick that time. Good technique by Kishenko. Paczewski with the knee again. Kishenko looks a little bit flustered in there. Maybe just needs to find his rhythm a little bit. Nice combinations by Kishenko. This crowd is really behind Paczewski in this one. That may be an element too that's being overlooked, is this Polish crowd really behind Paczewski here. I think that's really motivating him to do as good as he's been doing. And I think he's winning this round so far. Oh, there's a nice shot. Caught Kishenko off balance a little bit there. Kishenko now stalking his opponent, trying to close that gap between the two. And referee calling timeout. Did we lose a mouth guard? Well, something got into the ring.
Komu ta przerwa była? Bardziej dla kogo?
And now it's back to work. Paczewski still trying to keep that distance. He's been using his knees very well. Been using his jabs. Oh boy, Kishenko looking for a war here. Such a powerful athlete is Kishenko. Look at those punches. He's got to stay away from the power of Kishenko, and he just got a little taste of it right there. Inside a minute now in round number 2. Oh, look at Kishenko. Powerful blows. Starting to slow down Paczewski a little bit. Paczewski looks like the tables are turning right now in favor of Kishenko. He's really letting him have it. Paczewski needs to keep moving. He needs to keep the distance. Kishenko closing in now like a shark. Big swing and a miss. That was a knockout blow right there. Luckily, he missed that one. Kishenko now still putting the pressure on. Paczewski could be in trouble here.
Low kick, ponowienie. On będzie tu kłuł.
Low kicks going in by Kishenko. Those are doing their damage as well. Kishenko has really turned the tables on Paczewski here. And he's drawn a little bit of blood, it looks like. Nice high kick. A little bit of blood from the corner of the eye. Oh, a solid left hand. Paczewski goes down at the end of the round. Paczewski goes down. Is he going to be counted or no? Referee giving him an 8 count here. Whoa! Right at the bell. I think it was just after the bell even. It was either on the bell or after the bell. And Kishenko just dropped Paczewski. Is that going to be counted on the scorecards or no? Well, regardless if it's actually scored a knockdown or not, I believe the referee was counting. So, well, regardless if it's scored a knockdown or not, I think that you have to give that second round to Kishenko. I have it scored 1 round to 1. And so this is going to be the decisive round. But with Paczewski barely even able to make it out of his corner, I'm not so sure how long this fight's actually going to go. Wow, this matchup has just changed 180 degrees in the blink of an eye. In about, he goes downstairs and he knocked the wind out of him with that body shot. This one could be over. I think it was a liver shot. He says he wants to continue. I'm not so sure that's a good idea. Kishenko closing in now. Solid left hand. And the corner just threw in the towel. The corner just threw the towel in, and this one's over. That was a good decision, I think, by the corner of Paczewski. Paczewski was not going to give up. But Kishenko, wow. That was just that was a wise decision, I think, by the corner of Paczewski. When he got that body shot right in the breadbasket, I'm not even so sure it was in the liver. It was just right in the abdominals, and you could tell that Paczewski, that it was over. That right then, you could tell it was over. And the towel came in, and that was all she wrote.
Ten maraton niestety tutaj został zakończony.
Kishenko visiting the corner over there, showing his respects. Boom. Watch this. Oh. Yep. That's a classic liver shot knockout. When you get a shot like that, sometimes it takes a second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds, and then, the pain just kicks in. And that's exactly what happened with Radosław Paczewski. But I'll tell you what, the kid's got guts. He was able to fight through the pain, but his corner had seen enough. Well, the ring announcer, Rytis Kuzmenka, said that it was due to referee stoppage, but it was due to the fact that the corner threw the towel in. I think it was the right move. Paczewski had too much pride and too much guts and wanted to continue, but for his own safety, I think it's pretty good that the referee was aware enough to see the fact that the towel had been thrown in, and that was all she wrote, ladies and gentlemen. That was a heck of a showing from Paczewski, though. I'll tell you what, that first round, I scored in favor of Paczewski. Kishenko came out like a ball of fire in the opening part of the round, and then as the fight went on, Paczewski really started to come alive. And in fact, he started to actually look pretty comfortable and confident in there at the end of